Welcome, everybody, to another squeaky chair drawing video. We're doing another drawing video. Today it's a bit of a special one. So I think it was a few drawings after my what I call turning drawing, which was the two Espada in one drawing, the Espada drawing. I decided maybe I should go back and redo some of my drawings and seeing everything I learned over the year and actually redo it and see how far I come. I think the first drawing I did was probably Stitch, or actually no, I think it was Vivi. I'm pretty sure it was Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. So I was like, yeah, let's redraw Vivi. So major difference from this to the other one is the fact that I did everything within a 4-hour stream, and that is planning, working out the composition, and then doing the primary, and then doing the line work, and then doing the coloring. In this, I did a lot of the primary work outside of the stream. This is also based on his Dissidia design, but I think I incorporated some of the original elements I did in my drawing. I think yes. So for example, that massive eye jewel in the middle, that's the design I did from here, my first drawing, which was, I think it's based on some of the concept work for Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, great. So he has a wooden staff also included in this. I decided to, I should probably start working more on my backgrounds, because my backgrounds have been lacking. They're usually I think fade, like a, what's it called? Just boring plain backgrounds. Maybe it goes and fades into one color, from one color to another. Basic stuff. Or, I think in the original drawing it was just flames everywhere and a little town. So I was like, I need to up my game. So I decided to draw a Black Waltz 3 in this. Black Waltz 3, probably like one of the major turning points for Vivi's character. It's what essentially the boss that awakened his trance. At this point in the game, Vivi has fought one Black Waltz before, has discovered that there are basically almost like dolls of him that come to life, and he's trying to work out his place in the world, and then all of a sudden this Black Waltz comes along, and it's like, oh hey, these creatures, your dolls you're trying to talk to, they're nothing, I'm better than them, and just destroys them all, and it's heart-wrenching scene. And then Vivi's like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go trance mode. And trance is like the limit break for Final Fantasy IX, and essentially his trance allows him to cast 2 spells in one turn. So that's pretty powerful stuff, especially later on when you can get Comet and Meteor. That's so good. Yeah, Vivi is definitely one of my favourite characters of all time. It's definitely my favourite Final Fantasy IX character by miles. His story kind of deals with identity, and then eventually deals with death when he eventually gets to Black Waltz Village, or Black Mage Village. Others who kind of woke up and realised what they were doing and try and live a peaceful life, and he goes there and the elder's like, oh yeah, you basically die. We don't know why, but you just suddenly stop working. And it's heavily implied at the ending of Final Fantasy IX, spoiler alert for a game that's very, very old, it's implied that Vivi pretty much dies fairly soon after the ending of Final Fantasy, the ending boss of Final Fantasy IX. But there's a load of kids of him at the castle, so his life may have ended, but the Black Mages are still going. It's all good. Let's get back into the drawing. So Black Waltz is this freeze designed is it's got a lot of feathers, so many feathers. I was trying to fade them into, and the majority of this canvas is going to be dark, but I wanted it to be dark so that the eyes could stick out, and I think I essentially create a fire as well for Vivi. That's good. It gives some good, strong contrast. I don't think I do much with it anyway, but you know, at this point, I'm still learning the cross-hatching stuff, so gotta take a drink, swig of tea. Apologies, you probably heard all that. And also that really loud bit. Okay, that's fine. Where was I? Oh yeah, Vivi. So yeah, I'm trying to create the background. The majority of the background is just going to be black, and as you basically see a bit of black quartz off in the background, staring honestly at Vivi as he tries to light a path to justice. I'm not sure why I'm colouring all this in blue. I guess it's to remind me that it's all going to be dark, and then I draw Sappy. Excellent. I think someone played a card from Streamloots, and that forced me to draw an elephant. It makes sense if you watch the streams, which you can do over at twitch.tv/marvellousjarvis. Thank you very much. Anyway, yep, feathers, drawing that stuff. I think I got confused about where stuff should be in darkness and where stuff should just be not in darkness. And there's some more cross-hatching here. I say cross-hatching, this is more like, hey, this should be dark, maybe cross-hatch it like this. I don't know. Maybe not. Should that be dark? I don't know. Okay, and then I go into the line work. This is classic line work. It's different from the 9S. I think it's pen tool fill in mono classic. Classic. Where I have to zoom into the drawing really close, and I basically have to draw a couple of lines to create the thickness of how I want the lines, rather than letting the pen do it, or how I do it now. I don't even think I use fill in mono now. I keep changing my preference for my pens, so you know, that's good. Always play about, don't stick to just one thing. And drink your mug, Jarvis. Yes, the majority of this now is just literally me going to be trying to get all the lines done. Nothing fancy. I think I do some fancy stuff with the fire, which I will talk about when I come to. But now I guess I could talk about some more Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, for one of my favourite characters, I sure don't have much to talk about. I mentioned the Black Mage's village. It turns out the person who was looking after him at the beginning, or before you meet him, was planning on eating him. That's always good. But he got too old and died, so you know, Vivi's story definitely heavily evolves around death. It starts off with identity, because he doesn't really notice anyone like him, and all of a sudden he notices these mages, but they're just all mindless, and he's like, am I a doll? Am I human? And then from that it's like, oh, death. Oh, okay, this is the thing we have to deal with. But to be fair, most of 9 is heavily evolving around death and life and all that stuff, so yeah, it makes sense that he would have to deal with it. But it's a shame he's like probably one of the only characters that dies. He dies off screen, and it's not really, you know, explicitly said he dies, but there's like the monologue at the text at the end that kind of implies that he's like speaking from beyond the grave, because that's how much of a badass he is. And we are 9 minutes in, and I still have like 20 minutes, and we're only doing the line work. Yeah, also it's very easy to get his ultimate weapon. I mean, like some characters, Stina, you know, you have to beat the game within like 12 hours to get to a certain point within 12 hours of the game. Others, you got to play Chocobo Hot and Cold for like ages. And then Vivi, his ultimate weapon is basically at the final dungeon. You know, you just go up to this house, and it's like, oh, hey, yeah, here's your staff. Now you can cast a spell that does damage to everything, including yourself. It does damage to everything. It's awesome. I think it's called Comet or Meteor. seems like it just summons a giant comet behind the enemy, and because it's so massive that it damages you as well. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, his ultimate weapon is easy to get. It's kind of meh. Still drawing. I need some other stuff to talk about. I should really probably plan these videos. Did I mention that I'm basically creating the thickness of the lines by doing the lines several times over and then filling them in with paint bucket? Because that's cool. Yeah. I'm not sure how I actually do the how I do the lines, the cross hatching in this. Okay, so for this one, for a lot of my early cross hatching, I actually just used to fuse the fill in mono, and depending on how thick I wanted the line is how close or far away I was to the canvas. So close I am zoomed in the canvas, the less thick the line is, the further away it is, the more thick it is. But with this, this is the, oh my god, is this the texture pen? Texture pen, and technically any pen you have can be textures. You can set textures to your pen, but I didn't know that at this point because, you know, art noob. But using the texture pen, and the thickness is depending on how hard you put your pen up to your canvas. So I was like, before this drawing, I was like, I should probably experiment with the pen. Maybe I can use this texture pen to like create the lines. That might be a good idea, yeah. And then at least the cross hatching, the lines will be slightly different and stuff, and then I can, you know, I just decided to play around. Super heavily cross hatch this. Oh, look at it. So I should probably have been masking using the magic wand tool to create areas, and so the lines wouldn't go outside of bounds and I wouldn't have to keep erasing all the times. But you know, hey ho, you live and learn. I think I eventually oh, I'm erasing it. I don't know why I erased that. That looks fine to me. I think I do use I do create. Do I create? I think I used this texture pen tool to use the line work for the staff. I think that's like meant to be one of his first weapons, the wooden staff. It's been so long. I think that's his starting. It looks like his starting weapon. I think, and people keep giving me sparks, so that's good. Still texturing along, texturing. Oh, not texturing, shadowing, cross hatching. All the cross hatching. So much cross hatching, and I think I'm using the cross hatching is on 2 different layers, so I have a chance for them to overlap and just erase it if I didn't want it to overlap. Yeah, focusing on Vivi first, and then I think I zoomed out, then I was like, oh shit, I still got to do Black Walls 3. I haven't even inked him yet. Oh my god, we're over halfway and I haven't even inked him, so which probably tells you how much time I spend on colouring, and I'm already onto the colouring. Ooh, I haven't done the wood texture on the oak staff. That's it. It's meant to be the oak staff. Yeah. Oh well. You can see at this point I'm actually using the magic wand tool to mask off areas to get the colouring in. So I do know how to use the mask tool. I think at this bit I tried to recreate kind of how I did the eye in the first one, but it failed. Oh, okay, we're now onto Black Walls. I'm like, nah, okay, let's just go Black Walls before I finish that drawing off. Can't let me ask to finish the colouring. I'm just only like, okay, yeah, I'm bored of colouring now. Let's get back to line work, because I love line work. I still love line work, but you know, now I keep talking about the future, but now I do things a little bit differently. Like I said, you'll probably find out how I do things differently 3 months time, when I've probably even do things even more differently, because you've got to constantly be learning, constantly evolving to get better at art. Just look at it. See my work now on Twitch TV/marvellousjarvis. Ha ha ha. Shameless plugs is shameless. Yeah, listening to some Final Fantasy music, good idea. And then watching some adverts, what a good idea. Getting those feathers done, Oh my god, how much this is? So much line work. Yeah, it's horrible to look at, like, given how I used to do all these lines and just having to double up on everything. It just took so long. Oh my god, you poor man. Thank God I love doing it. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna need to take some more tea at this. Apologies. Oh, you probably heard a bit of gulping there. I sounded so wrong. Yep, pretty much the same as the same. Brain? Come on, brain. What are you gonna say? I don't know. Don't know why I moved. Oh yeah, I've realised that maybe I should probably change that up a little bit. I've gone, that doesn't look right. Maybe I need to, yeah, okay. And now I'm doing the flame texture. I don't know why I'm doing the flame. What? I know I'm doing the flame on a different layer, but should I be doing the flame on a different layer? Like on its own layer? Oh no, I was just doing the feathers. Oh okay, I went full out. And then I decided to go back to this. Oh right, that's right. I just did it all one colour. Oh, I was done with the colouring. Oh well, we're going to get to the cross-hatching in a second. And I think I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to power through the cross-hatching and do it super lazy. Now listening to Final Fantasy IX music should really encourage me, but I was like, no, I've got to get this done. Gotta get it done. Doing some cleanup, creating the thickness, still doing the thickness. Burp. Yep, I burped. Apologies. Creating the thickness. You done, Jarvis? No, you'll never be done, Jarvis. You'll never be done. Except for now. Nope, still going. You're still. You got it. Yep, you good? I think it's good. There's a lot of feathers. Now we start the cross-hatching, and I think I go really super fast. I'm like, okay, just gotta get this done. Get the cross-hatching done. That's it. Good. Okay, that's yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's just, yep, that makes sense. Yep, and this all makes sense. Yeah. I'm now just squiggling lines. I'm not even I'm just squiggling. I'm just drawing. Yeah, just drawing. Obviously, I'm just drawing. I'm not doing straight lines, I'm just like curving them, just trying to get them down as quickly as possible. Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah. Sick. Get it done, boy, get it done. Faster. Look at that chaos. Yeah, you're good. I mean, it's a showing of how far I've come in a year compared to the original. You can definitely see mass improvement. Not to toot my own horn, but it's nowhere near perfect. I might have to revisit it again. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm just playing with the, what was that again? Gradient. Yeah, let's just call it the gradient tool. I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, I've got to do that bit as well. Wait, no, is that a feather? Oh, I haven't marked this off properly. Oh god, what have I done? Now I create the blue because I wanted to create like angelic look, I think, but I essentially just blur them out. Yeah, I just blur it out. Okay, fair enough. And I think I didn't make it straight there, so it looked like it was more blending into the background. And here I'm creating the fire, so I'm like, okay, let's just draw this and then orange. Slightly less orange, yellow, and then white, and then I'm going with the fill-in mono, and then I'm going on top with less orange than the yellow, and then I think I just blur it all in together. Yeah, there we go. And then I do some detail work quickly. I think this is it. Create that blue. Yep. Sign it. Good job, Jarvis. You signed it. Yeah, that's the Vivi drawing. Cross-hatching extraordinaire. Wanted to see how far I've come. Definitely better than the original, but I still have a lot to learn. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to catch me drawing my art live, it's twitch.tv/marvellousjarvis, and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.